hot one.
Yeah, Tapestri Secure is pretty important. So let's kind of bringing you back, all right? So our experience is working with over 25,000 apps that are in our ecosystem right now. Apps of all shapes and sizes, huge apps that we all know about, and new apps that kind of pop up on the scenes automatically. And what they're trying to do is say, how can I monetize my app privately and securely and anonymously? And these apps are used by billions of people, literally, and that data is being monetized. So we launched Tapestri to pay the average consumer for the data they're already giving away. But on our roadmap, and by the way, our roadmap includes monetization on every single touch point that a consumer can use digitally. So not just your phone, just throw that out there. So we're paying you, you're in our network, and thank you for being a part of our network. And you're with us securely. And I just saw a couple of people say they got paid, which is great. We want everybody to get paid. Now, what can we do to protect you from other apps and companies and websites that really just mine your data and try to show ads to you and try to sell so many products to you and bombard you with ads? And Tapestri Secure will do that. So what it will do is we will block advertising and trackers within the browsers you use on your phone, and eventually within the apps you're using on your phone. So right now, we're already in development. Let's say Safari, Firefox, and Chrome. You open up those browsers and you go to any news site, you go to a social site, whatever it may be, those ads will be gone. Within the UI, in the settings of your app, you will see how many ads we block for you on a monthly basis, right? What that's doing is two things. Number one is making sure you're not getting tracked and followed across the web. And for those who don't know, we're all getting tracked and followed across the web using a protocol called cookies that, like, I'm on Nordstrom.com looking for a Christmas present for someone. And then I look at this cool pair of shoes or a watch, and then I jump to YouTube and man, that's the first ad I see. Or I jump to Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or a news outlet, and they're just retargeting me this same ad over and over until I buy it. Or I get ad fatigue, is what we call in the industry, and I decide not to buy it. All of that data, when you leave Nordstrom's as an example, or go anywhere else, it could be any website, it's kind of being bought and sold to the highest bidder. So when I land on a website, they have what's called an RTB, real-time bidding. And they're all bidding on who can serve an ad to Chuck or Danny, and whoever pays the highest fee gets to serve the ad. That's the business of the internet, which is free, but it really mines our data. With Aperture Secure, we block it all. No advertising when utilizing our product. You're in our little cocoon of safety is what we're calling it. And we're paying you all the while increasing the value of your data because many third parties don't have access to it. So that's one of the things we're working on right now with Tapestri Secure, and that will be across Safari, Firefox, and Chrome, and the browser.
I'm literally dancing every time you talk about Tapestri Secure. You don't even know. I just get giddy inside. It's the silliest thing, but like to think about the ability to, keep your data private and get paid for it is just so huge. So, yeah.
And then one of the things we've also talked about is, understanding the people and places around you. And with our new map layout, with our new 3D avatars, with our new explanation of telling every consumer where you're at in your goal, resetting that goal, how you've earned with surveys, how many surveys you've earned. We're taking all of your feedback, which we get it, and we take it seriously, and then implementing it into our new build as well. So, but once we add complementings data inside this UI, it's going to be something to reckon with. We were thinking as a team, there's not an app that's going to exist like this. Just jumping into your map and seeing basically the world around you anonymously in near real time. And then what we can do to really assist your life as you just work with Tapestri every single day and earn. So that's some of the things we've been working on.
But then that smart link and having the ability for anybody to share the app without having to have a referral code is going to be really that dial it all in and bring it all together. And then we log into our back office and we can see everything. And as it's happening pretty much real time, there might be a 5 to 10 minute lag, but it's not going to be much. So it's going to be Going to be really great. It's going to be perfect timing too as we come into the season, right? I think Christmas is such a great time. We have friends and family. We're all hanging out. It's super laid back. Tapestri is easy to talk about and share with people. And we'll have those smart links. You just text somebody a link and boom, they're in the app and starting to earn. And then 2022 comes along and they're able to not only earn, but get paid to keep all of their information private, which is, I don't know, beyond me. I think that's awesome.
It really is.
It is. And we had people banging down the door. I mean, India, Indonesia, Jamaica, South Africa, I mean, all of Central and South America wanting us to go live in their geo. And we're coming. Please be patient with us. We're coming. We want to go live in your geo.
If you have not set up your PayPal or your Stripe in your back office,
thanks
there's
for saying
no
that,
way
Chuck.
for the company to pay you. So you need to go into your back office, whether you've earned $10 or more or not, and get set up with the preference you have, whether it be Stripe or PayPal. Now, I do want to emphasize that through October 31st installs, they had an opportunity to run 30 days and see who's going to be active for 90% of the time through the month of November. And then that will pay out on 12/15. So those installs have already been made. They were made in October, and they will get paid out December 15th to get installs that will go live throughout the month of December and pay January 15th. So you've got all day tomorrow until midnight Central Time, USA, to get your installs in the US and Canada. Those stay live 90% of the time during the month of December, and they pay out January 15th. So that's kind of how it works. One really important thing I want to emphasize is the importance of getting yourself to the rank of super affiliate.
Yeah.
If you look, even the short little 4 days we had, the amount of money you can earn as a super affiliate just goes exponential when you realize you're going to 50% match on all your affiliates in your first and second tier, and you're going to start getting orphan app users.
Since we're on that topic, and I don't want to forget, there's quite a few people asking if their in-app earnings and their affiliate commissions and super affiliate commissions will all be paid in one lump sum through their PayPal or Stripe in their back office. And yes, they will. You won't have to go to your app and get, your 5 or 10 or 12 or however many dollars. It'll all just be through that PayPal or Stripe, whichever you connect in the back office under profile. So go to profile and then you'll see a payout tab. Click on that payout and you have Stripe or PayPal option. Once you set it up, it's done. You don't have to do anything else. And then on payday, that is automatically sent right to that account, and you'll get an email notifying you that you've been paid.
What it takes to get paid. Active apps. 90% of the time, that app needs to stay active. So
just respect for people's privacy. But this is really looking at what Complimentics data would look like. So this is just average people living their life of normal in the city of Naperville, where I currently live. I don't know who these people are as an example, but once we throw this data set in Tapestry's map with 3D avatars that move, and you'll be able to hover over these avatars. They're not necessarily Tapestry users, they're just people using literally thousands of other apps. We think this is going to get pretty special really quick. But what this will be is like Waze for your life, right? So in Waze, if you use that app, this app's owned by Google, you can see other Wazers and you can tap on a Wazer and you can nudge them, beep at them, et cetera. But they're ephemeral, they kind of disappear. What we envision across the globe is an app you can utilize to see Adele play at Madison Square Garden. You'll know Adele's playing there. You can jump there and see the people who are actually there. And you'll actually see the avatars that are actually there at the place and the apps they're actually using anonymously. We'll never know who they are, and we'll keep that explicitly. But they'll move. So kind of like the movement you see here. And you'll see these people around you who are not Tapestry users, but when they convert to a Tapestry user, there will be an animation that kind of shows, hey, this person is actually now a Tapestry user. So their avatar, which we're not going to describe what the avatar is, we have an idea, but we're not exposing that. They're different from the avatars of the Tapestry user, but this will be globally. So that's what we're working on right now with an optimized map that changes. It's very responsive. and is completely digital. Super excited about that. All the while, you have Tapestri Secure. So it's not this or that. You have Tapestri Secure that's blocking all the advertising and blocking trackers, which are kind of worse than the actual ads. And us working on our other product that goes to the desktop. So, eventually you'll say, Walter, you're going to go hiking at this place. And, if you went at this time, you'll save 10% on traffic, or, hey, this place right now is not as busy as it usually is. And then just really data for your whole life and applying that globally. And that's what we look to do.
The SDK, so the software development kit, which helps keep the app always on and always earning for every single person who has it on their phone, we're looking at 7 to 10 days before that is live.
That's right. And something else we realized, in one of our developers who's building our SDK was telling me this, is like, our definition of background is different from Apple's and Google's. The traditional app, so think of the 7 apps you use. So fun fact, Complimentix data tells us that the average consumer, that's you, me, and everyone listening right now, uses probably on average 5 or 7 apps per day. Those are probably the main ones. The app that you use most personally, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, the weather app when you wake up in the morning, WhatsApp, or whatever that is. To crack into that top 7 is very, very hard. It's hard for anybody, including Tapestri. One of our benefits is we run in the background. So we don't necessarily need to be that top 7, but we would love to be there. And that's one of our aspirations. So all the while we have background access, we're working aggressively to say, what could we do for you, the consumer, to benefit your life that allow you to want to open up the app every day? So you come to this app for earning on your data, which is great, and we appreciate that, and that's fantastic. But what's going to make sure this app's still on your phone a year from now? And we believe that has to be more than money. I really, the data all points in that direction. Yeah, it's money, but like, what's really going to make this app sticky, crack into that top 7, and make it a top 10 app in the world? That's my vision. I want to be a top 10 app. And to do that, it needs to be really, really sticky. And the SDK will do that, but also adding features that actually benefit your life will really help. And we'd love to get you guys' feedback. If you have some concepts or thoughts, we welcome everyone's thoughts and feedback there. But that's something we definitely understand. And many, many apps try. Some succeed, most don't. But we're pretty confident that we're going to succeed in the background and also work aggressively to succeed in the foreground.
Ask, is support tickets the best way to communicate a question or a challenge? And absolutely. If you use the back office support system, it documents everything. It gives all of us access to see, if it's still pending. If you send a support email or anything like that, emails can get lost. So I definitely recommend using support tickets in your back office. And the main thing there is expect your answer in the support ticket system.
Yes.
You're not going to get an email or a text answering your question. You've got to actually go back and check in your back office in the support system to see your answer.
Yeah, same place you asked it is the same place it's answered and responded to, and it'd be as specific as possible, because that really helps whoever's answering your question, to understand, get as much information as they can so that they can give you resolution as quickly as possible as well.
I see 2 questions that I would love to answer right away. So one from Tim about the dollar like it used to. So now it says 0.00. The new build will actually show that dollar. So here's why we did that. So the perception was you refer people and you would refer, a gajillion people and a gajillion dollars shows up there. So now it's saying 0. It actually is going to go back to $1 in our new bill, but you're going to see pending $1, right? So dealing with the customer, one of the biggest things I've learned with Complimentix in my whole career is manage people's expectations, right? I mean, that you could save a lot of trouble with yourself and with your business if you do that up front. And we're only, less than 2 months old, and we expect a huge influx of users downloading this app all across the globe. And we want to manage those expectations correctly. We don't want people to think, oh, you're just scamming me, you're doing this, you're doing that. All of that stuff, which exists anyway. I mean, whether we exist or not, it's going to exist. But we need to do our job and be responsible to manage those expectations. So we remove the dollar. It's coming back in our new design. Danny probably already showed you last week. It's there, but it's pending. And you'll be able to distinguish between, who's been active for 30 days, so you actually earn that dollar, versus those who downloaded and uninstalled it or for whatever reason. So just wanted to highlight that. So right now, depending on your goal, is how Tapestri is paying you money, right? So if your goal is $5, $6, $6.50, whatever it may be, Tapestri is going to pay you that amount of money to basically take the total, divide it by 30 days. That's what you should earn every single day. Now, if you do refers, if you do surveys, you will go up and above that, but you're optimizing for your goal. The reset is going to happen on the 10th. Eventually, we're going to change that date. That's coming. We'll go into that right now. We'll have a more consistent date that works for everybody, but the reset will go on the 10th. And what Tapestri looks like, and this is an algorithm, not us, because there's so many people using this app right now. What are the average events this consumer gives me, Tapestri speaking now? Can I increase their goal? And if I do increase their goal, can they hit their goal? So what we want to see people do is we download Tapestri. You have a goal of $5, $6, month one. We're going to see how many average events you give us. Are you hitting your goal? Or are you like some folks who, you're not in the app every day, so the app's going into deep sleep. So you see 18 cents one day, 3 days later, it's 18 cents, there's days missing, etc. And that tells us that why we can't give you a $10 goal. Part of that is our fault. We'll take responsibility for that. But also part of it is your cellular connectivity, your Wi-Fi strength, your battery utilization, you're turning off your phone, you're in airplane mode. There is a VPN or proxy blocking it using like Unavast software, Norton 360, something like that. So there's parts that you can control as well as the consumer. So those who are doing really well at Tapestri, are like you yourself, Carolyn, or are really in it, seeing their earnings per day, and when you miss a day. So Caroline, what you should expect is a higher goal come December 10th, and then the number will change. Let's say that goal is $10 or $15, whatever it may be for you. Tapestri will then work at how much do you have to earn every single day to hit that goal. So that's kind of how it works. I just wanted to highlight that. Okay, so that was a question on number of places with the map. What is smart links? And this question's come up 3 times, so let me kind of explain that. The smart link is replacing what we were originally going to utilize is the deep links. The deep links is a way that you're inside any app, you share it with your friend or family, and it would register when they download it and give credit to you. How that works is a process called deep linking. The challenge with deep linking, though, especially in this new data privacy world, is the default browser for most iPhone users is Safari. And Safari blocks third-party cookies. And deep links utilize a cookie. So let me explain that. A cookie is basically a lock or some type of key that just remembers that I shared this app with Chuck. It remembers that the person who brought Chuck was Walter. But basically, in this example, Safari destroys the key. So now when I download it, Chuck can download it successfully, but it doesn't give credit to me, Walter. And it creates an orphan, what we call in this ecosystem right now. Smart Links gets around that. It sends the consumer to the web, whether it be mobile browser or a desktop browser. It's not cookie dependent. In the URL, let's say tapestri.io/, it will have likely your username if you're an affiliate with us. And when they put in the information, they have to put in a phone number or an email address, and that gives credit to you automatically. So they can download it 2 weeks later, a month later, 6 months later, you'll still get credit for it. We'll never have to worry about any third-party cookies or anything blocking that ability to not register. So that's what the smart links will do. It's actually, as I mentioned earlier, not a heavy lift for us to do, which is something we got to prioritize hopefully by mid this week. Okay. Any other questions you guys think we need to answer? I know we're coming up on time, but
Just typing as fast as I can, Walter. If you see him, go for it.
okay. Bum, bum, bum. just looking at.
We will not get any leads phone numbers at any time. And the reason for that is we at Tapestri, we're all about privacy. Number one, we're not going to share anybody's phone numbers in the app with anybody else, but also we don't monetize, we don't, capture that piece of information in the lead itself. The only piece of information we capture when they go and create their app account is the email.
That's right. Yeah, we do not monetize personal identifiable information, what we call PII. Okay, I think that was it. I see some folks on here for India. We're excited to go live in your country here soon. We think the app will really resonate there.